Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, 1 year down and 3 years up. Looks like we're at the start of year 3 in the 3 years up way of thinking. If you want to know how to fib the madness, Fibonacci levels can help you make sense of it all and perhaps build patience so you don't get chopped up as all of this plays out and lose all of your stack. Enjoy the next few minutes as I fib Bitcoin and show quite a few important levels and why and how they play out. I'm currently making a video series called Crypto Truths, and Fibonacci is at the core of it. Comment below to be notified when Crypto Truths goes live. So a lot of Fibonacci retracements and extensions on this chart. I just want to show you a couple. It looks like a complete mess, but just want to point a few things out in case people struggle knowing where to fib from. So obviously Bitcoin today is at 94,400 whatever, and it's sitting in this box. It's been rejected at the resistance zone, the RZ, which I call it. Let's go back a little bit though. Let's look at this move from this low to this high. So you might not know, you might wonder why it stopped there. So here, this wick caused a reversal. So this, from here to here, is the move we need to measure to then see how far we expect it to go. So measuring that move from top to bottom gives us this line, which is the 461, and look exactly where Bitcoin stopped. Stopped at 109k, almost on the penny. I may not, if you zoom in, I may even be able to get it more on the penny if I draw it exactly on the wick. But that's exactly a 461, and it retraced, and it tried to go again, stopped again at the 461, and it come down. Okay, so that move was done. So let's use this as our top and this as our bottom. You can see that with this fib here, which I've drawn. And that gave us this green box here. And that green box is the golden pocket, which we got a beautiful bounce and started to go up to the rebound zone where we are now. Another way to measure this move down, apart from the golden pocket of this whole move, from this whole price movement from September to January, is to measure the top again in January down to this low on the 13th of January. And this is what this fib is doing. I'm just putting it to the side instead of on the price, just so it doesn't get as messy or even more messy than it is already. So this brings us down to here. It gives us, so with these red lines, once we make a box inside them, we can draw that. That's the minus 161, and that move there brings us down here, and that was the initial bounce, and we tried to go up again and got rejected, and then we came and filled the golden pocket. So people are saying that was the bottom. It may well be. The RZ may just be sort of a temporary hold. If we measure this and this, we'll probably get a golden pocket around here or so, or not even that low. It may, and then we can go up and try again to break this resistance. Zooming out, let's look at some larger moves. Let's go on the weekly chart. From this high to this low. Let's go even larger. The reason Bitcoin stopped measuring previous cycle top to bottom, this is this fib. I'm just moving it along slightly. This line is the 161. So let's actually go on a monthly. Look at the 161. That move, it stops. This line, look at the monthly close. It closes just under and can't get over. Who cares about wicks? Wicks are just noise. These are just short orders getting filled. So, and then once it closed under that, the algos said, fuck it, we ain't bullish enough to go over the 161, which you need to be to stay bullish. We're going down, baby. So that's where we are. We've come down to the golden pocket of that move. And that on a larger level are the things, I look for. So if we do get over 102K on a weekly or a monthly close, then you can look for the main 261. Or even the 361, which is up here, which is, give or take, it's like 209K, the lower regions of 200K. So Bitcoin generally is a 361 coin. So I'm expecting, give or take wicks and a bit of fuckery, then I'm expecting 200K to be a decent target. And if we put it on a log chart, let's see what that's saying. That whole move, the 161 is saying 173-ish K. So from anywhere between 170k up to 200-ish, I would say it's fair game to really start taking profits if you want to protect some of your gains whenever we get there. I don't put timings on this because, I could draw these fibs and they don't play out for months or even a year or two. Yeah, that was just a deep dive into where Bitcoin is right now, how I see it, how I measure it, and hopefully that helps. I'm currently making a video series called Crypto Truths, and Fibonacci is at the core of it. Comment below to be notified when Crypto Truths goes live.